Okay, so I made a YouTube video previously on using an emulator to run a very old computer game. So I'm gonna kind of just run down how you would do that. The first thing you want to do is you're gonna want to download a nifty little program called DOSBox. Okay, this is an emulator, just emulates DOS-like programs. So here's DOSBox. All right, and I don't have a link for you. Just it's, 2013, about to be 2014. Just go to Google and Google DOSBox download, and you'll be able to get the download. So the first thing you do is download DOSBox. Once you download DOSBox, you're going to want to save that onto your C drive. So here I have my DOSBox folder right here. All right. Now for my particular game, I wanted to run it off, using Windows 3.1. So I got the files for Windows 3.1. So here's my Windows file, and got a bunch of stuff and all that good stuff. So this is Windows 3.1, very old operating system, but it's the one I used when I played these old ass games. So that's the operating system I wanted. I wanted to keep it as legit and nostalgic as I possibly could. Once I did that, I went ahead and put the game that I wanted to play. I only have one because there's only one specific one that I felt was good enough to resurrect this old operating system. So that's what I did. So here's Mordor. Here's my Mordor game files in the DOS box. Here's Windows. All right. And so once you get all your files into DOSBox, now you can organize a little better than me. I just do them in there because I'm lazy. I don't care, and I knew I was going to put anything else in. But if you're going to do other things, use other programs that you would usually use. By all means, make a folder called games or whatever, and just add more to the directory. But for all I need is just Mordor, so that's all I have. So once you got all your files in there, you're going to open up DOSBox. It's going to pop up this little window right here. All right, and the first thing we're going to do is we're going to want to mount our C drive. So we're going to go ahead and mount C DOSBox. All right, and this is another reason why I put it right there on the C drive, because it's easier to mount it properly. Because if you notice, there's a Windows file. Okay, there's a Windows file inside your C drive. So if I do C DOSBox, it's going to go straight. The directory is going to send it straight into here. And see, what happens is if you don't send it straight in here and you just mount just C drive, you're going to stay in this part right here. And this is why it's important to put the DOSBox. Little whoops. All right. So I enter this in here. Okay, now it's saying this device is mounted. All right. So now I'm going to tell it switch over to C. Okay, now I'm on the C drive. Now technically I'm in C drive DOSBox. So I'm technically in DOS program. I'm right here. But if you don't tell it to go to DOSBox, you would technically be right here. And right now I'm going to tell it to change directory, all right, which is CD. That's why you type in CD, which stands for change directory. Windows. Sometimes I wanted to change to the folder Windows. Now, if I didn't tell it to start at DOSBox, it's in this Windows folder right here. This folder. If you're using Windows 7. Yeah, you're in this folder right here now. And so if you try to type in the next command, it's not going to work for you. However, if you have your directory correct and you come straight into DOSBox, see DOSBox, okay, it's going to go to this Windows file. And then, of course, anyone that actually had the privilege of dealing with Windows 3.1, you got to tell it to pretty much start Windows. So WIN, and bam, we have just started Windows 3.1. Wow, what a trip in the past right here. All right, so here you are. You got your program manager right here, and all your good little stuff. Your accessories. You get your old paintbrush. I know everyone's excited to play with that. Oh, look, here's like the first recorder ever. Came a long way, guys. Sound recorder. Look at that. It's amazing. Wow. That's a shitty clock. I wonder what all the calculator has. See? Wow. Look, that's state-of-the-art calculator. I wonder if it's got, oh, look, scientific calculator 3.1. You gotta love it. But in either case, so once you do that, you can launch your game. Alright, so here's the game I like to play. Mordor 1.1. Yes, it runs flawlessly. Also, Alt, I believe it's Alt Enter will minimize, yeah, full screen. So it takes a little second to run up, but you can indeed run full screen. Just give it a moment, and blam, here you are. Yeah, so full screen. And then of course you just see, I'll tab that back. Alrighty. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So close that out, and that's how you do that. So, because I've seen a lot of forums, I know I'm not the only nerd out there. I'm seeing a lot of forums, people like crying, like, "Oh man, I gotta get this. I got a Windows 7. I can't play this game anymore." Well, this is how you play this game on a Windows 7. You emulate an old ass operating system that can play the game. Because Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows Vista, anything beyond XP will never ever play Mordor, no matter what you do. So, go pirate some software or some shit, or just get the. I think this DOSBox shit's free anyway, so just get this DOSBox emulator, download the files, emulate the operating system, put your files inside of the operating system, and play the game as if you were on your old Windows 3.195, however you started playing it. So there it is, there you have it. So hope you guys enjoyed. Later.